no proof is not enough.
Yo guys, Mystic here, and today we are back with another tutorial episode. Now today I'm going to be teaching you everything about healing items in 7 Days to Die Alpha 19.3. Now if you do go on to enjoy this video and you do want to help support the channel, make sure you do leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new here, and turn on post notifications so you get notified whenever I upload next. Also follow me on Twitter, there will be a link down in the description so you get notified whenever I upload next or go live on Twitch. So we've got a lot of information to cover, so let's get right into it. Okay, so first off we have the perks that you are going to need to craft healing items. I've also got one other perk in a different tree that goes through our healing process, but that's not really with the items. Okay, so first off we need to go in our intellect tree, and we need to be going to the physician tab. Now, as you can see here, you will need level 3 intellect to unlock the first level, which is intern, and with this, your medical healing items heal 25% more health over time, gain 40% more XP using bandages, first aid, bandages, all healing items. You can craft chemistry stations, first aid bandages, and plaster casts. Next, at level 2, you'll need intellect level 6, and with this, your medical healing items will heal 40% more health over time, you'll gain 60% more XP, and you can craft items 20% faster at chemistry stations. Number 3 is surgeon, and with this you'll need intellect level 8, and with this medical items heal 50% more health over time, you gain 50% more XP, and you can now craft first aid kits and steroids. And finally you have miracle worker, which is unlocked at intellect level 9, and with this medical healing items heal 75% more health over time, you gain 100% more XP, and you can craft 4 bites, recog, and antibiotics. And items in the chemistry station get crafted 40% faster. Now next, if we go in our fortitude tree, we can see healing factor here. Now this isn't really one where you use items or anything like that. This is mainly just for your healing over time. So at level 1 fortitude you are able to unlock fast metabolism. Now with this you'll gain 1 health every 90 seconds with natural healing, and critical injuries heal 20% faster. Now if you don't know what criticals are, basically if you get hit by anything or you fall from too high, you can find ones like gashes, broken legs, sprained legs, which will put a debuff on your character and either give you less stamina, movement speed, stuff like that. At level 2 you'll need, at level 2 healing factor, you'll need your fortitude to be level 3 and you'll get quick healer, and with this it basically doubles the speed that you will gain health, which is 1 health every 45 seconds, and the critical injuries will heal 40% faster. Next we have animal, which is unlocked at fortitude level 5, and with this you'll gain 1 health every 20 seconds with natural healing, critical injuries heal 60% faster. Next we have regeneration, which is at level 7, and with this you'll gain 1 health every 10 seconds and critical injuries heal 80% faster. And at level 5 with mutant genes you'll need to unlock it with fortitude level 10, and with this you'll gain 1 health every 6 seconds and critical injuries heal twice as fast. So this healing factor tree it's a few perks in it will be quite nice, but you don't really need to go all the way to the top. I don't think personally it's the greatest tree, because you can just use your first aid kits and stuff, but maybe in the early game this will be useful, but definitely get that physician just for the chemistry station. Okay, so next up we have the healing items that you can make, and these go into a few different tiers here. We have the bandage, the first aid bandage, the first aid kit. We have a blood bag, which is just to craft the first aid kits. We have aloe vera seed, leaf, and aloe cream. We also have steroids, a splint, a plaster cast. Then we have painkillers, herbal antibiotics, and vitamins. Now each of these do different things, so let's start off with the top tree. Now the top tree is primarily just used for healing health, and the 3 tiers are bandages, first aid bandages and first aid kits. But the thing with the bandages is it doesn't actually heal you, but it does stop bleeding. So if you are bleeding, you fight any dogs, you will want to have some bandages on you. With the first aid kit, which is the best healing item in the game, it will recover 180 of your health, it will heal abrasion speeds at 400%, it will stop the bleeding, and suture laceration, if I said that right. Next up, we have an aloe vera leaf, which is actually used to craft the aloe cream. And with aloe cream, it restores 5 health, but is just a abrasion healing speed. It's an abrasion healer, so if you don't want to waste any first aid kits, use the aloe cream. Now, steroids I wouldn't necessarily class as a medical item in this game, of course, because all it really does is it gives you your full maximum carrying capacity, it gives you 10% run speed, and it lasts 10 minutes, but it does degenerate your water at 30. Next up, we have the splint and plastic cast, and what this does is if you have a broken arm or leg, you can either put these on, which will heal you critical, but it does not protect against any further injury. But with the plastic cast, this is just a better version of the splint, and it does heal it a lot quicker. Now we have the painkillers, and what the painkillers do is it gives you 40 health, it gives you 10+% in damage mitigation, stun resist, cures concussion, but it does dehydrate you quite a lot. Now herbal antibiotics and antibiotics are the same thing. Herbal antibiotics are just a worse version of antibiotics, and all they do is just cure an infection if you get infected. And finally, we have the vitamins, and what this does is it cures diseases and cures fatigue for 12 minutes. And next up, to craft some of these medical items, or to craft them faster, you will in fact need a chemistry station. And like we said before, to unlock this you will need to go in the physician tab and unlock the first level. Now with the chemistry station, what you need to build it is you will need a beaker, you will need 100 forged iron, which you will make in the forge, you need 3 cooking pots, which you can either make in a forge or you can loot them. You need 30 short iron pipes, which you can either find in a forge or loot them, and you can also find 5 bottles of acid out in the wilderness or at the trader, which you will need to build the chemistry station. And to use the chemistry station, like any other equipment or block, once you have it in your hand, all you need to do is right click and it will bring up and just place it on the floor for you. Next you will click E on it just to get into it, and like the forge, it has a fuel tab, a resource tab and an output, and the crafting line at the bottom. Now if you are going to be using the chemistry station like I did with the last video with the forge tutorial, all you need to do is put your fuel source in. For this example I'm going to be using wood, but you can use coal, paper, chairs, anything that will burn. And for example we are going to be using glue, so we've got our murky water and our ear of supercorn in our inventory, and all we need to do is click on how many we want. So let's say 20, so we can get 20, and then you can either click W or you can click on the mix button. Now you will need the chemistry station to be on and active and burning for anything to be crafted, and that is how you burn or use the chemistry station and make your medicine. Now the last thing that I'm going to teach you with healing items is just how to make the first aid kits, which are the primary healing source that you are going to be using throughout the game, as they are very easy to make, but they're even easier to find, so you don't really need to make them. So you will be needing a chemistry station, and the materials that you'll need to make one is 1 blood bag, which you can just find by looting, and then you also have your grain alcohol. Now you can either find this while looting at the traders, or you can also make it at a campfire. Next up we have the bandages, which you can just make an inventory with 1 cloth fragment, and then we have the sewing kits, which you find out while looting, and you will only need 1 of each item to make 1 medkit. Okay, so that is it for everything to do with healing items and healing in 7 Days to Die. Now, if you did enjoy this video and you do want to help support the channel grow, please make sure to leave a like down on this video and subscribe if you're new here, and turn on post notifications so you get notified whenever I upload next. And follow me on Twitter. There will be a link down in the description where you can see when I follow next, and in the top left hand corner now there will be a link to the playlist with all our tutorials that we have done before in the past. Well, hope you've enjoyed the video, guys, and this has been Mystic. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.